all of these names are attributed to God. Because these attributes, we can learn something about God. That he sees everything, he hears everything, he's the most powerful, he's the most forgiving, he's the most loving, he's the most merciful. Once we know these names, then we can develop a relationship with God. It's a bit like, sorry, what's your name?
Susanna.
Susanna. So if I got to know you over time, Susanna, I would know certain things about you. I would say like Susanna is very friendly, she smiles a lot, she's very kind. You have these attributes, right? So the same way, by the names of God, we get to know who God is. So we believe that there is one God, but we believe in Jesus as well. But we don't believe he's God. We don't believe he's the Son of God.
Uh-huh.
We believe he's a man, a human being like me and you.
Uh-huh.
He was chosen for a message,
Uh-huh.
which is to worship God alone.
Ah, okay.
So this is where the Christians are slightly different. They say
Yeah.
he is the Son of God
Yeah.
and he's God, he's part of a Trinity. We say no. He never claimed that. He always said worship God alone. He never said worship me.
Then there's no conflict if we have seen picture of him on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, like we
Got it.
believe in Jesus as a prophet. Like if you go to the mosque, usually there is no pictures.
Yeah, it's just the
Plain.
at the corner.
Yeah.
There's one old wall and
You direct, yeah,
it
basically.
has,
Yeah, it has the pictures, yeah. But as Muslims, like when you go to the mosque, it's very simple, very plain, no images of God. So you can just focus on God. You feel a lot, very spiritual as well. You're not distracted as well. So this is the beautiful thing. Like myself, my heritage is from India. So I wasn't born as a Muslim. I was born as a Hindu,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So that's a
sure.
completely different religion.
So you choose to.
Yeah, I choose to become Muslim because
Very
in
good.
Hinduism, there are many gods. There are many different idols. And for me, when I was growing up, it didn't make any sense. Because I said, if there's God, which one is the most powerful God? Is it this one or this one or this one? And plus, when you look at some of these idols, they have very human characteristics. They have arms, they have face. But if there's a God, God is not going to be a human being. God
I
is
don't
going to.
think that God is a human being.
Exactly,
Maybe.
yeah.
That's
You
what
agree?
I agree. Yeah.
You agree that, right?
Yeah, I agree that.
So then when we say like God is not part of the creation, he's beyond creation.
Like supernatural things.
Supernatural, yes,
Well, we
exactly.
don't know what exactly.
So like here, there's a very simple description of God in the 112th chapter, right?
Okay.
It's called Al-Ikhlas.
Ah.
And it says here, look, say, O Prophet, he is God, the one and indivisible. So say there is one God. So you believe that, I believe that. There's one God, right? God is the sustainer needed by all. So God is eternal and he provides us with sustenance. So we can believe that. And then this is important here. He had no offspring, nor was he born. So God doesn't have any parents and God doesn't have any children.
So no
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, exactly. But this is the most important thing. And there is none comparable to God. So whatever you can imagine of God, that's not God. Because God is beyond that imagination. Like you said, a spirit, something that is supernatural. But 100% God exists. Because all of this came into existence because of God. And all this book teaches us is to be grateful and thankful to God. Don't misdirect, your thanks to someone else.
Okay.
Don't thank Jesus because Jesus was a creation of God. He's not God.
So this is not the Quran itself. This is the explanation of it.
Yeah, so this is the explanation of the Quran in the English language, right? So it's got all chapters and
All chapters. So
all-
is the original thing translated or
Into-
it's just the explanation?
yeah, it's the original translated into English
Okay. I
so that
got
we
it.
can understand. So we can get the meaning, The most important thing
Of course.
is the meaning. So this is the guidance and yeah, have a read, check it out. You obviously went to Turkey, you had a very nice experience there, I can see.
Yeah.
And so yeah, think about these things because at
Last
the end,
weekend. Yeah.
last weekend, there you go, wow.
Yeah.
So, these things are important because existentially, you know, you have to ask the question like, where did I come from? Why am I here? What's going to happen to me when I die? What is my purpose? How can I be happy? How can I have, spiritual satisfaction whilst living in all of this sort of chaos that we call the world, right? This gives you that. And so when I embrace Islam, the most important thing is I have a sense of peace here. Because all of us, we suffer from problems, things that happen to us, things that we have to deal with. This gives me the tools to deal with it. And then also gives me hope for the future. So despite what happens, don't worry, God has got our back. God is watching. So don't worry, that we're going to be successful. So have a read. We're here every week, by the way. We're handing out. If you have any more questions, come and see us.
And ask.
Yeah, and it's lovely talking to you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I don't shake hands with the opposite
okay.
because it's out of respect between a man and a woman in
Yeah.
Islam, just to create that protection and separation.
Yeah, I see.
So we say,
Thank you.
thank you. All right, have a great evening.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks. Bye. Good? It's here. That was good, man. She visited Turkey.